Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got to talk about something that really caught my eye after the spring break and after the spring practice yesterday, man. One interview that just totally stuck out to me. And look, man, we want to talk about Miller Moss. Miller Moss made some very telling comments. You know, I've seen multiple videos, different people talking about Miller Moss. Some suggest that he would transfer, but my position was always that Miller Moss is in the best position that he could possibly be in right now. You guys know in the past, USC had great quarterbacks all on one staff. You know, you look at on one team, you look at Matt Castle, different guys that were just buried on the depth chart. Booty, John David Booty, all these guys that, you know, USC had multiple quarterbacks at one time. You had Carson Palmer, you had Matt Leinart, you had guys just all throughout the years. I've always felt that USC, if you could do it from anywhere, it can happen from USC if you're a backup and still make it to the NFL. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Miller Moss, man. And let's look at these comments that he made. And you guys tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Let's take a look at Miller Moss real quick. Let's go. So this is Miller Moss here. And one of the things that really caught my eye with this interview is, man, Miller talked about throwing at a pro day, which was yesterday, man. And he had, able to throw it to Jordan Addison, able to throw it at all these different guys. It's like he understood, like, this is a time that I can shine at this particular point and still be able to put my name out there in the mix where individuals will know who I am as a quarterback. And he also stated that, look, this is basically a pro day for myself. You know, I'm showcasing myself. I'm displaying who exactly I am as it relates to my arm. He also talked about Lincoln Riley wanting him to come in and being, you know, the expectations for Lincoln Riley wanting to come in and be a bigger, stronger quarterback. And he kind of talked about Caleb Williams, how he's doing phenomenal things on the field as it relates to his moving and grooving, running the ball. And you guys know Caleb's broke several tackles, but he really understands that role of being behind him. And he said, why? They asked him, they said, why did you want to come back? Why would you come back? And this has always kind of been my position as it relates to USC quarterbacks. All of them had the ability. You guys know, I mean, we've had several different ones back up one another at one time. You had Jackson Dart come in. You had Keenan Slovis. You had JT Daniels. The quarterback room has always kind of been like this. But it still continues to have that trend with quarterbacks, this quarterback room being full. And they asked him, why did you want to come back? He said, look, if I'm going to be behind anybody, I'm going to be behind the Heisman Trophy winner. And you guys know it. We've had this in the past plenty of times. Big time quarterbacks here in one room. And look, but he understands that role. He understands that, you know, I'm playing with the best quarterback coach, basically probably almost you kind of get there now all time, if you want to say that, because you look at the Heisman Trophy winners that he's produced. And Miller Moss can make it to the NFL right from where he's at. But then he also said that he believes in himself. He believes in himself. He believes in the player he is. He believes in his development that's taking place right now. And this is why I believe that USC with Miller Moss is next up. Yes, we have Malachi. Yes, we possibly have others that's coming. But he understands the system now. And given the fact that he's battled Caleb last year and 50% of the balls were going to Miller Moss due to the lack of quarterback depth on the team, I think that Miller Moss really is understanding his system. And I believe, you know, he was throwing dime pieces. You guys remember that. He threw one to Kyle Ford in the spring game last year, and it was just absolutely a perfect ball. So, look, and he also says he has a certain passion for USC. It's a certain spot within his heart. And I've heard this. I've heard his whole family. They absolutely love USC. That's not the first time I've heard it coming from him. But look, man, he made it clear. He has a passion for it. He loves USC. And I think he likes playing with Caleb Williams. I think he likes the possibility of going to a national championship. And you think about this, what other place that he can do that other than where he's at right now? So, look, man, you guys hit me in the comment section. Do you guys think that Miller Moss is next up? I mean, I don't think, I think people just cast him to the side. But, man, look, Miller Moss can throw with anybody. And we've seen that. We've seen it when he comes into games. We've seen it during practice. We've seen it during the spring game. All of us have seen and we've witnessed what Miller Moss can do. And I personally think he's in a great spot right now to succeed and a great spot to elevate to the next level. You guys hit me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. All right, so that is Miller Moss. And look, man, I know that some today, you got Malachi sitting there. You got possibly Dalen Raiola coming in. And listen, as Miller Moss stated, he said he's very confident in his ability. And to be honest with you, like I stated before, during last year in the spring, Miller Moss and Caleb Williams were getting 50% of the balls. And if you guys remember, some were saying that his balls was just as good as Caleb Williams. So, man, look, you guys hit me in the comment section. The difference maker is the fact that his run ability is not to where Caleb Williams is. So my question to you guys is, what do you guys think? I think it's a good move. I think it's a power move. If Miller stays, I think, it's no given that Malachi wins the job. It's no given that Dalen Raiola wins the job if he gets it. But, it's all about these guys competing, man. And everybody has to learn the system. Malachi has to learn the system. Raiola has to learn the system. So, look, man, you guys hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, until later on, everybody stay blessed. Listen, you guys make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Fight on, fight on, fight on.